Let's go! Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see them as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
I do think that Sean, you are muted for some reason. So the team's gonna help Sean get unmuted so that we can hear our serious.
I do think that worked.
I do think that works as well, Sean Callagy.
I was saying, yes, happy Fun Friday, everybody. Thank you so much all for being here today. Esme's got this thing ready to rock and roll. Bella, here we are. We're exploring the superpower of Integris Influence. Thanks for being here. And Bella, please, who's here today?
Sean, we have some extraordinary people for Esme's nationwide integral health and body workers Heart of Influence today. First, from Claremont, Florida, 20 plus years practicing yoga, hosting workshops and retreats, including meditation around the world with renowned professors, studying at Neuroscience Institute, formed programs to impact stress management for business and communities, maintaining her own autoimmune disease, bringing the power and the value to others through these practices and an outstanding mindset. Let's welcome to the show, Carol Bafante.
Carol, welcome to the Heart of Influence. Thanks so much for being here today, Carol. And we start with a fun fact because Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. And we kick this off with like a headline fun fact. Could be something you're proud of, could be something a little adventurous, could sound something like, I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane 6 different times. That would be a headline fun fact versus I used to be afraid of airplanes. And then I read this book. And when I read the book, that would be a story. We're going headline, not story. Carol, please, what is your fun fact?
I would say when I was 11 years old, I was bi-champion of gymnastics in my state. And right after the second medal, I had to quit. So it was like a very motivating, like you win, but then you have to find other ways to win in life, not only what you want to do.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that for sure. Appreciating you enormously in all the ways. And I would love to know, if I may ask, why did you have to quit? Is that something you feel comfortable sharing?
Oh, yes, no problem. It's because for those 2 years, I didn't grow any inch. And from 9 to 11 is usually when girls have like their big start to grow. And back then we didn't know if gymnastics would influence me to be a short person or if I was just going to be a short person anyway. So my parents didn't know, and then I have to be out. But then I got to find very other ways to play with my body and have so much fun. And I'm super happy about that.
Awesome. Well, love to hear that, Carol. Thank you for being here. We're going to have a little bit of play and fun time today, Bella. Carol's ready.
Carol is ready and rolling with Carol. Fresh Meadows, New York, a degree in hospitality, a passion for people, 10 plus years of progressive human resource experience in hospitality and ad tech, has overseen talent acquisition, employee relations, performance training and development, and so much more, providing the best work environment for all employees looking to bring her energy, expertise, and knowledge to the industry as a whole. Let's welcome Jennifer Chan.
Jennifer, thank you for being here on Esme's Heart of Influence. Thank you, thank you. And please, what is your fun fact?
My fun fact, I don't know if it's fun, but it's something I would say interesting and shocking. My first language is Spanish because I was born and raised in South America, Venezuela.
Whoa, that is a super cool fun fact. Absolutely. In fact, Bella Vrita speaks Spanish fluently. Ask her any question today in Spanish, and she's got you, Jennifer.
Habla español un poquito inglés.
You're doing great, Bella.
Thank you. Thank you. And next up, rolling from St. Helena, California, founder and winemaker, 20 plus years, building his label since 2013, grown to a luxury brand, having one of the largest local portfolios, a self-made leader in the industry, making exceptional quality, affordable wines from a family-run enterprise, producing small batches of inspired wines. Currently serves on the board of directors of Napa Valley Vineyards and is the chair of the 2024 Napa Valley Barrel Auction. I would like to know you better. Let's welcome to the show, Malik Emrani.
Malik, thank you for being. It's Malik?
It's Malik or Malik, either way.
What do you prefer?
No preference.
I'll go, since you mentioned it, I'll go Malik. So Malik, thank you so much for being here. And please, your fun fact.
I have a lot of them. I love speed. One of them is I love speed. I love to fly. I love motorcycles. I love to race fast, ride bicycles fast. I love to run fast.
That's a bunch of super cool fun facts. Where do you like to run fast? Like in distance races, sprinting?
I do a little bit of everything. I do run sprints, triathlons, and I do it from that to like Ironmans, half marathons, full marathons, so I love to run fast.
Cool. Malik, outstanding. Great job. Bella Vrita, Malik's running. Let's go.
Malik's running. Next up from New York, founder of an acupuncture practice, blending Eastern and Western healing traditions, a background in philosophy and athletics, led to studying Chinese medicine and a master's and doctorate in acupuncture, an expert that has treated over 10,000 patients across multiple countries and teaches at prestigious institutions. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Peter.
Peter, welcome to the Heart of Influence. Thanks for being here today and your fun fact.
Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you, Esme. Guatemala has 29 different languages. Each of those has different dialects. When I graduated acupuncture school, I went and practiced for 2 years in rural Guatemala, and I learned 3 of those languages. So, good afternoon.
That is super fun, cool. So with all those different languages and dialects, I'm not even kidding. So is there some version of like hundreds of languages?
At the end of the day, yeah. What I found very frustrating for me in my early days, go to one town, they correct my pronunciation. Go to the next town, they correct it back. Dialects would change in a 20-mile radius.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And can I share this with you? That's like going to dinner with Bella. Yes, Bella, let's go.
Oh, you're not funny.
I am very funny.
From Bergen County, New Jersey, extensive background in construction management with expertise in leading residential and commercial water well draining projects. Aside from coordinating crews and ensuring efficient job site operations, now full-time energy, spiritual, and medium guide and master, uses her own self-healing journey to become a multi-dimensional healer, uncovering root causes of emotional pain points or blocks to help others overcome and thrive. Let's welcome to the show, Catherine Emperelli.
Catherine, welcome to the Heart of Influence, Esme's Heart of Influence. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And your fun fact, please.
So I was born in Bergen County, New Jersey, and of a Greek family, and I only spoke Greek until I was 4 years old. So they actually ended up putting me in ESL in school, and a lot of people thought that I was from another country, but I was actually born American.
Wow. And what part of Bergen County did you grow up in?
I was born in Passaic, New Jersey, which is actually Passaic County now that I think of it. But I've grown up in like Fair Lawn, New Jersey.
Yeah, of course. Fair Lawn Cutters, Passaic Indians, welcome to the party. And you're ready to have a little bit of fun today.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Let's go, Belle.
Let's go. Last but not least, from Queens, New York, retired from managing hotels all over the world in Europe, Dubai, and US for 12 years, led on a path of self-discovery, identity, and purpose, finding herself aligned with helping other people heal their own body, mind, and soul connection. A personal trainer, health coach, and intuitive health practitioner, training and actualizing people into living their healthiest, wealthiest lifestyle, coaching individuals all over the world in US, Europe, Africa, in person and virtually. Let's welcome to her show, Esme Cohen.
Esme, welcome to your show. Happy Fun Friday. Where in the world are you and your fun fact?
At the moment, I'm in Austria, and thank you very much for welcoming us so warmly. And my fun fact is, at some point in my life, I was a driver for Kings of Leon for the band, and they were late for a show, and I picked them up at the airport, and we had police escort, and we were just driving, running the red lights, breaking all the laws, and it was absolutely okay.
Yes, that is absolutely outstanding. And once again, Esme, that's like a regular lunch with Bella. Running the red lights, all the laws and rules. It's perfect. Esme, are you ready to do the things?
Let's do the things.
Let's go. So let me introduce this feisty, outstanding human who is just sharing your beautiful bios. This woman started her career in influence as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, she had become a 7-figure business generator in the space of network marketing. Not easy to do. Then at 24, 25, and 26 years old, she was 3-peating like Michael Jordan, since we're talking sports, except she's 5'3". So she wasn't doing it in basketball. She was doing it as the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada in a male-dominated industry. In that male-dominated industry, she was the first woman ever to be the #1 business broker, let alone do it 3 times in a row. And she was the youngest person, male or female, to ever be the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada. She began to train entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies. In fact, in 2019, every sales team this extraordinary woman worked with doubled their sales. Skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer in the most extreme of conditions, multiple-time published author, philanthropist, raising $10 million plus with the Unblinded Team for charity. And in 2023, this extraordinary, heart-centered, impactful woman publicly battled and defeated cancer in her greatest journey yet. This woman is in her more than 800th episode of The Heart of Influence. Let's welcome to our show the woman that put the heart in the heart of influence, Bella Farita. Bella Farita, your fun facts on this fun Friday.
I'm gonna have to go with the fun fact since it is Fun Friday, and I'm getting a fun new dog in about 2 hours.
That will be super
And
powerful.
this is all about influence because Sean told me for a year that I was not able to get an office dog, and I have finally gone from hello to yes and have an office dog.
This is absolutely unequivocally true. Yes. I thought there was like a we and not a you, but okay, yes.
I
Emily
did
is
say
up.
we.
I would check the tape on that. No, so thank you very much, Miss Bella Frida. I'm having fun. So Bella, let's go do the thing on Esme's Heart of Influence, please.
Let's do the things, but before we do, let me introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. And in fact, he's such an extraordinary attorney that the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times, soon to be MasterCard, and when he's not busy flying around all over the world, speaking in front of thousands of people. He's an incredible philanthropist that in the last 2 years raised nearly $10 million for refugees in Ukraine. Let's welcome to the show, Mr. Sean Callagy.
Thank you, Bella. Thank you,
My
Esme.
doggy daddy.
Oh my God. You're crazy. Esme, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. And I'm going to go with this as my fun fact. I have taught sighted people to, even though I'm blind, I can't see anything in front of me, to ski, surf, and scuba dive. And about 6 days out of 7 per week, I do 1,000 push-ups a day, including today. So that is my fun fact for today. Bella Verita.
That is a super fun fact, Sean Callagy. And are you ready to have some fun today? What are we doing?
Yes, we are exploring the superpower of influence because everything happens after yes. In our management, leadership, fundraising, recruitment, marketing, selling, all of it happens after yes, including what we cause for charity. So how does that look? What does that work like when sophisticated heart-centered people come together? Because I don't think people like pitching, hooking, closing. Yuck. So Bella, who's going first?
Let's kick this show off with Miss Jennifer.
Okay, Jennifer. To illustrate this concept, Bella's going to be anybody you want her to be. She could be an ideal client, potential client. She could be somebody that's a philanthropic, charitable fundraising partner. She could be somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett, whomever you want to be communicating with, that you're going to be going from hello to yes with. It doesn't have to be a sale. It could be just a yes for a longer conversation. So Jennifer, who would you like Bella to be?
So I guess I would like her to be my future boss or employer. And I would like for Bella to say yes to me.
Excellent. Listen, Jennifer, Bella's my boss. She likes being a boss. Bella, take us in.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. I applied for the job at your company Unblinded, and I wanted to check in regards to my application and see if you have 15 minutes for us to chat and talk about my qualifications.
Yeah, and remind me which position that you were applying for. We get so many applications that are coming in.
Yes, I applied for the Human Resources Manager position.
The Human Resources. Okay, yes, I do remember taking a look. Sorry, we've been so busy. But tell me, what has you interested in our working with our company? Mommy. Oh. All right, let's come back to Jennifer. I think she's got a child issue. So Carol, how about we start with you, and then I'll come back to Jennifer.
Okay,
So
let's go. I would like you to be like a regular person that I met, like be you.
Just be me. All right, team, if we could reset the clock for Carol, please. Danny, if we could reset the clock for Carol, please. Nobody's paying attention to me, Carol.
I see.
There we
All
go.
right, there we
There
go.
we go. All right, he's gonna get that reset. And hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Carol. We met yesterday at a coffee shop, and I got really intrigued with your story. So I just wanted to, go over some things with you as we chatted. What is like the main thing that brings stress to you nowadays?
I would say the main thing that brings stress to me, I really love what I do. I travel quite a bit. Can I say my significant other?
Oh, yes, definitely.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I don't
Or
try.
something that just like in people's personality or something happened that really gets you on your nerves, like something that it's hard to swallow.
That the thing that's like really the most frustrating is like when people don't take responsibility from themselves. If like they blame other people for everything, or they're always like a victim, or they're always like, oh, that person did this, that thing to me. It drives me bananas.
Yeah, that could take me to the roof too, for sure. And when you feel that feeling is coming, can you tell me like something that happens in your body for that? Like, do you feel your heartbeat? Do you feel like heat? You
I
cold
do. I do
sweat?
heat, yeah.
Yeah, can you recognize like those feelings coming up?
I can usually, yeah.
And when they happen, what do you do? Just let them go, or what do you do when you feel that you are
I've
getting
gotten
out of you?
much better at I've gotten much better at just like, surrendering to God and being like, okay, it's God's way. Or I've gotten better at like, just kind of taking some deep breaths. I had a moment yesterday where someone sent me a text and I wanted to react, and I just was like, you know what, I'm just not going to do that this time. And I never even responded to the text at all.
Good. That is good. Self-control. Amazing. And so you mentioned that you use breath a little bit sometimes too. Like, my grandma used to say, count to 10. I was like, count to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. I'm done. Like, let's go. And it's just like to take that moment to pay attention what surrounds you and what is the feeling that is bringing to you. And do you ever consider,
And Carol, I have like 20 seconds and I gotta run. So was there something that you wanted from me or something you wanted to tell me?
Yes, I would like you to try one of our programs for awareness and stress management.
Okay. Can you send
On us.
Can you send me some information? I'll take a look.
Sure, of course. I got your phone, so yes.
Awesome.
Time's up. I
Great.
stopped.
Great.
So
Sean,
yeah.
I'm going back to Jennifer. Jennifer, when we started, had her child came in. She had some child issues. Went to Carol, and now I'm going back to Jennifer.
Yep, got it. Perfect. Great job, Carol.
Great job, Carol. And Jennifer, I'm back.
All right. So I see the timer. Okay, start. Bella, thank you so much for setting up this interview. I would love to talk over my qualifications for the human resources manager role that you have open at Unblinded that I'm very interested in.
Yeah, so why don't you tell me, Jennifer, just what made you interested in a role with our company, and tell me, why you think you might be better than any other candidate that we have.
Yeah. I'm interested in your role because the company is innovative. You're always striving to be the best. You're always striving to be the #1 in your industry. And that's who I am as a person. I am constantly, learning new things and trying to improve, not only myself as a person, but my work. And I think I would be a great fit in your company. What do you think?
And so how long have you been in HR, and just anything else that you would want us to know about you?
Yeah, I have progressively, learned and moved up, you know, in HR for about 10 years now. A lot of that experience come from, you know, working in hotels, but the last 3 years I started, you know, a job with an ad tech company, which has really opened up, you know, my eyes on a new industry, which I have, you know, which I am really enjoying, which is very similar to what you have here at Unblinded. And I think I would be, you know, a great fit.
I'm definitely, you know, it sounds interesting. I'll take a look at, you know, your resume and see how it compares to the others. And if it makes sense, we'll have you in for an interview. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And I look forward to be able to move to the next step of the interview process.
Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. Great job, Jennifer, and great job, Carol.
Great job, Jennifer. Great job, Carol. Bella, it's time for the feedbackers.
It is time for the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. And so judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Jennifer or Carol, something that they did great, something that they do to improve, and then like a little next step. Maybe the next step is you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have to have a longer conversation with Jennifer or Carol. I don't think any of one of them were that bad. But maybe like the next step is maybe you're going to go to Starbucks for like a mocha chocolate, or maybe you're going to head over to Malik's Winery and have a glass of wine for that next step, just to have a little bit of a long conversation. If that's not enough, you would be willing to rent a private room at the Capitol Grill, order the seafood tower and the nice juicy steak because, you know, you want to spend as much time with them as possible. But if you're a vegan, you're ordering a salad and French fries, but you're not going to skip out on the dessert because you want to spend as much time as you possibly can with Carol and Jennifer. And if that's still not enough, you were so intrigued and you just want to spend the max amount of time speaking to them, then you would be willing to rent a private jet and fly anywhere in the world with Jennifer or Carol after you pick up Esme, of course, because she did invite you here. So let's kick this off with Dr. Peter. And Dr. Peter, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Carol, please?
Sure. Hey, Carol. First off, your energy is great. I love the way that you communicated with Bella. One thing that I've found when I'm working with prospective clients is that the getting to yes, it often involves for me getting them to focus on what could be in the future. And so in the conversation, there was a lot of talking to Bella about the problems or the things that can be rough. And often that's where things start, but bumping that up to look at what you could have on the other side is often where you get that yes.
Love it. So Peter, is it a mocha chocolate latte? Is it a seafood tower, a private jet? What would the next step be?
I like mocha chocolate lattes. That sounds good to me.
Sounds good. Bella, we got a mocha chocolate latte on tap. Caffeine's rolling.
Caffeine is rolling. And let's next go, Catherine. Catherine, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jennifer?
So, hi, Jennifer. I thought your interview was really awesome, and I've trusted you throughout the process. Like you seem to really be confident in just what you were sharing and your abilities. And I felt like Bella hit you with some pretty tough questions to be able to respond to. And I think you handled it with such grace. And I would have potentially hired you if I was in her shoes. So you had me sold on it. The only feedback that is like the not so like shiny feedback is, you know, with the childcare stuff, like on an interview, we kind of have to make sure that that doesn't happen. Because sometimes if it's a remote position or even not, it can kind of take away from our like people taking us like seriously.
All right, Catherine, what would be next?
What would be next? I mean, what's
dinner
the step
in a
up?
private room? Yeah, a cup of coffee, dinner in a private room, private jet.
I would say dinner in a private room would be awesome. I'd like to share a meal with you and get to know you more.
All right, excellent job. And would you have a seafood tower or steak or both?
Oof, I'm going both.
Let's go. Bella, steaks and seafood towers are rolling.
Seafood towers are rolling. Let's go. Malik, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Carol?
Yeah, I think, I agree with Dr. Peter. She did an excellent job at, getting you to open up and getting you to say yes.
Malik, excellent. Anything that could be optimized?
I don't think so.
Perfect. And so what will be next then? Cup of coffee, some steaks and seafood towers, private jet, helicopter ride. What comes next?
Well, if I get the opportunity for a private jet, why not? Yeah.
And Malik, where would you go on a private jet? If you can go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Probably Austria tonight.
All right. Bella, we've been there. Austria coming up, and go see Esme, go ski in Kitzbühel again. Come on, Belle.
I love it. Let's go do that. Next up, let's go. Esme, how about your 30 seconds of back for Jennifer?
So what I absolutely loved about Jennifer's role play was that she was so professional and that she was grounded in the knowledge that she has. And it was absolutely great how she built up the trust and conveyed the interest in the position that she was applying for.
Excellent. And so what would be next, Esme? Sorry, Belle. What would be next?
A glass of wine at Malik's Winery, of course.
Of course. A glass of wine at Malik's Winery. Bella, I think that sounds fun. And now, of course, Esme, it's that time where Bella, who's a little mischievous, gets to apply some mischief in my direction. Bella.
Yes. So Esme, as you all know, and everybody, this is the time in the show that I get to put my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he had no idea about because I've been cooking them up as the show's been going on. Esme, ultimately, you get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. You can change anything about these scenarios, or you can come up with something much, much harder on your own. Are you ready to hear what I have for today?
Yes, absolutely. So ready.
All right. Option number one is Sean could role play Jennifer and in an HR role, and two people have come into the office and they are completely clashing over the direction of an executive campaign. They cannot agree, they're fighting, and now Jennifer has to intervene and cause either Jane or John to compromise and work together on this project. So that is option number one. Option number two is Sean could role play Dr. Peter and going from hello to yes with someone who only believes in traditional Western medicine. They've been having back pain, but they don't believe in acupuncture. They think it's a bunch of hocus pocus and some hocus pocus needles that they're just using. And so Sean would role play Dr. Peter, going from hello to yes, convincing this patient on why they might wouldn't consider acupuncture as a tool for healing their back pain. And then option number three is I thought Sean could role play you, going from hello to yes with someone who does not work out, does not want to work out, but their health is really suffering and they need to get into some personal training. And so Sean would go from hello to yes with them as you, causing them to take their health seriously and get into personal training. So those are the three options I have for you today. Esme, any of those tickle your fancy, or do you have something much, much harder up your sleeve?
Obviously, they all tickle my fancy and they're all so creative. And I absolutely love that about you because you always come up with these scenarios that are absolutely incredible. I think I want to see Sean as Dr. Peter.
Okay. You want to see Sean as Dr. Peter, and should we have Malik play this patient who has some back pain but only believes in Western medicine?
Yes, Malik, are you up for it?
Okay, I'm up for it.
Yeah. Hi, is Malik available?
Yes, I'm available.
Yeah. Hi, Malik. This is Dr. Peter. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
Great time.
Yes. Well, thanks so much for taking this call. Deeply appreciate it. Quick question though. While I'm very grateful, I understand there's some meaningful resistance inside of you, which is totally understandable. So, what prompted you to accept this conversation in the first place?
Well, I have some back pain, and I'm looking for.
Got it. But my understanding is you're, meaningfully resistant to non-traditional, non-Western medicine. So why have this conversation with me?
Well, I've some painkillers, and I've tried the what's being recommended to me by my doctor, but it's not working out. So I'm hoping you can convince me to try.
Yeah. So Malik, thank you so much. And if I could ask you this, what's your ultimate vision for your physical health? The ultimate vision. If you had it all your way, what would be created?
Pain-free life. Just no physical issues, no physical pain.
How acceptable or not would it be to not ultimately achieve that pain-free life, to continue to take painkillers and stay with this pain and the side effects of painkillers? Because a lot of folks are like, yeah, I'd rather just take the painkillers and do my best. But how acceptable or not would it be to stay in this degree of pain and physical state forever?
It is not. I mean, I'm obviously I'm into it, but I'm hoping that I can live without it. So it's from a scale from 1 to 10, I'll say a 3.
Yeah. So it's meaningfully unacceptable to you. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yeah. And so can I share a couple of things in our final minute or so, Malik, that may or may not resonate as true for you?
I'm sorry, Sean. Can you repeat the question?
Yes. So I, as Dr. Peter, was saying, can I share a couple quick things that may or may not resonate with you?
Sure, please.
So you mentioned a moment ago about convincing you, and Malik, I believe you've already convinced yourself. What you're dealing with, the pain you're having, you're not having resolved in traditional Western medicine. And unequivocally, I could put you on the phone with hundreds of people, literally, that would tell you that they had some concerns, some apprehension around the space of acupuncture, and received massive shifts in how they're feeling. Now, let's pretend for a second nothing we do together is going to work. The only thing you're risking is a very small investment of money and time to see what relief you're going to get. I cannot promise you that every single person is helped. What I can assure you is there's an incredibly high likelihood of that happening, and you have such a small downside. So what I would propose to you and recommend, Malik, is that we set up a consultation. You come on in, and I would explain the dynamics of acupuncture before you ever receive a needle initially. And if at the end of our first session together, you are fully unsatisfied, you pay me nothing. And by the way, I'm not saying like you're gonna have a whole bunch of relief immediately, but if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't resonate with you, then don't pay me. So how would you feel, Malik, about coming in and having an initial session where I will take all the risk and I will begin to, I am quite confident, provide relief that Western medicine simply is not going to provide for you? Malik, what say you?
What's your earliest availability?
Okay, we'll set that up. ... Out of roll. So Malik, out of roll. How did I do as Dr. Peter, having an integrous conversation with you about your health?
Excellent. You were, you kind of, in a way, it's almost like you didn't leave me with a choice to say no, because you kind of like laid it out that it's not, there's a chance it may not work. work out, but it's a small investment of time, money, and then you even made it in a way. You even said the consultation, and you offered for to even pay, for the first session.
Cool. Well, thank you, Malik. Did a great job. Appreciate you jumping in that scenario. Let's go to Dr. Peter. Dr. Peter, how did I do having a conversation as you, and how was your time overall, Dr. Peter, on Esme's Heart of Influence?
Well, I've had a great time being on the show. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Esme. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Sean. Thank you to everyone else who's here. Sean, it was like listening to what I do in 5 times speed. I'm pretty comfortable with my ability to get people interested in saying yes to getting acupuncture, but it takes me 15 minutes. And watching you do that in about 3 minutes there was very impressive. So I thought you did a great job. And Malik, you sound exactly like someone I talked to yesterday. So funny enough, that was a perfect example of a tentative patient.
Yeah, thank you. And Dr. Peter, I've had the privilege, I'm blind. And so I've seen a couple of folks that profess to be the top acupuncture experts in the world. I've traveled to Vancouver in New Jersey, and I've gotten some meaningful support from my vision and maintaining, peace in my peripheral. So thank you for what you do and the truth you bring forward for people. And thanks for being here today.
Well, thank you, Sean. I'm pretty sure I know the person you saw in New Jersey. And I had the honor, while teaching at the local school, of helping to train a blind acupuncturist, which has a long tradition in Japan. So thank you.
That's incredible. Wow. Super cool. Well, thank you, sir. Awesome to have you here. Malik, again, thanks for the scenario that you stepped into. Wonderful job. And how was your time, Malik, on the Heart of Influence, Esme's Heart of Influence today?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great.
Cool. Well, very much.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were spot on. I mean, to even get the compliments from Dr. Peter, this is what he does every day, and then you're doing it in a short amount of time. You're clearly very talented at convincing people to say yes. And in this scenario, you just, you sold me.
Well, thank you. And the only thing I would say, Malik, I appreciate that, is I would be the last person that you would want selling swampland in Manhattan, because if it's not Integris, I can't do it. But when it makes sense to say yes, so somebody's back pain, of course it makes sense to say yes to try to work with Dr. Peter, right? So when a yes should happen, there's a science in how to get there. And thank you, Malik, for being a part of the more than 6,000 people that have been on the show as we explore that dynamic. So thank you, Malik. Great job. Jennifer, I love your scenario. That was super fun. Great job. And Jennifer, how was your time on Esme's Heart of Influence today?
It's been great, and it's been educational, but also it has kind of given me hope. I feel like all of your experiences have been amazing. And, all of us have experienced, challenges and hardship, and you just have to pick yourself up and keep on trying until you get to that yes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that. And I really appreciate you being here, and well said. Bella Verita, just another great job, as you do so often. Bella creates these scenarios as we're on the show. So we're in the conversation, she'll hear what you're up to, hear some fun facts, put some pieces together, often do research online. Just really extraordinary, Belle. And I don't say that often enough. Wonderful, wonderful job. And your mastery. This is a woman who's created incredible influence in the world. And please, Belle, get a couple other friends. Please.
We do. Thank you so much. And thank you for that, Sean. And let's go the other person stepping into that participant seat. Carol, phenomenal job at going from hello to yes. It's not easy, and I know it's uncomfortable, but you did a fantastic job. And so how was your time with us on Esme's Heart of Influence?
It's been amazing, and thank you, Esme, for asking me to participate. And I have to say, things happen for a reason, right? I wasn't really focused that I had to get a yes after the 3 minutes, so I was just like, keep talking. And I had today this conversation with my manager saying, like, we need to improve our sales. And I was like, yeah, I need to learn objection, because I just keep talking to people instead of going to close them. And that's exactly what happened today. So it's just like, okay, lesson relearned, because sometimes we need repetition, right, to get things done. So
Sure.
It's been amazing, and it's been amazing knowing like many different people and how we can benefit from each other getting together. So, and amazing to learn your stories. Yes, thank you.
Carol, thank you. Beautiful share as well. And one little fun fact thought I invite you to consider is, what if we never closed anyone? And what if we simply sat on the same side of the table with them, held their hand, put our arm around them, and helped them get to the relevant truth that yes is what they want, right? So awesome job, Carol. Love the energy. Outstanding. Bella.
Yes, absolutely. Phenomenal job. And let's go, Catherine. Emperellis, just because I really like your last name, reminds me of Emperor. But how was your time with us on Esme's Heart of Influence?
I had a great time. I learned quite a bit on just getting people to say yes. I have a similar business, I feel, to Carol, and I tend to talk to my clients for about 20 minutes, just, consult calls and whatnot. And we get into like very emotional conversations, and eventually, most of the time, it ends up working out and I do work with the person. But I've learned some tips on how to be a little more mindful with my verbiage and how to make it a little shorter, just for my own time's purposes, because as a small business owner running multiple things, wearing different hats, it'd be nice to kind of cut that time in half if I could.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for that, Catherine, and wonderful job today. And Bella, I think that brings us to the woman of the hour, her heart of influence, Esme. And Esme, thank you so much for doing this. This is a woman who just oozes heart and oozes integrity and oozes mastery, just everywhere. So thank you, Esme, for who you are in the world, for being a cause in the matter of today. And please, your final on your heart of influence.
Thank you so much for all these beautiful shares, and I appreciate the compliment that. And I never made a chance to be in the room and learning about influence with Sean and Bella. And it's such a gift that we give to other people. And I am being a diligent student and working on my mastery.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Esme, for everything you do. And because of Esme, we have 3 free gifts for you. Our first gift is next Wednesday, 8 a.m. Eastern time. We practice. We drive forward in the ability to cause yes. And it's interesting. Some of the conversation at times when people come on the show, they're like, oh yeah, this is great. It can help me with my sales. And this is my favorite sentence. Changing how frequently people say yes to in sales is a linear differential typically in your business. What's an exponential shift in our business is when we create exponentially more sales meetings in the first place. So where you point your yes at, which is something that we cover in deep practice on Wednesdays, is a vital component of creating a massive difference and moving us into a scaled business and becoming business owners, not operators. So that's touched upon in deep practice, and certainly as well in our group influence book. That's our second gift. And our third gift is a business acceleration session. Footnote, nothing is sold to you in any of these situations. We do have plenty of things we'd love to do together, but it doesn't happen there. We would value first. We do want to build a lifelong relationship with everybody here. But the business acceleration session is where we put all this into practice in a beautifully structured scenario to create beautiful value for you in creating exponential acceleration. And again, that's all value, no sale. So those are 3 free gifts. Bella, please, your final. How was your day today with Esme and everybody here?
Oh, the day was absolutely phenomenal. Great job, Esme. And I too actually sat in the seat of Carol and Jenna about 3.5 years ago. And I was pretty certain I knew everything there was to know about sales and influence until I read that book and really got to learn the 4 energies, the 4 steps, and the 12 indispensable elements. And I will even say this, I'm going to add this to it, is even after watching the presidential debate last night with Sean and how he was able to like break it down and understand all of the things and the dynamics was absolutely incredible. Now I can see it through the prism of the formula, which is incredible. So if any of that interests you, definitely join us on Wednesday, absolutely connect with Esme because this is your first cup of coffee and you have no idea where the relationship can go from here. So definitely have that conversation. And Sean, back to you.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Bella. Esme, wonderful job. Everybody truly appreciate you on Fun Friday. Hope everybody has a blessed and beautiful weekend. And we end every show by saying this: I may be physically blind, which I am, can't see anything in front of me, but I'm absolutely certain that so often the opportunities for massive acceleration sit right in front of us. But at some level, Bella, Esme, we're all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Great job. Happy Fun Friday. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Beautiful job.